She was a billionaire who couldn't stand a single thing out of place. He was a single dad cleaner who hadn't slept properly in days. When she walked into her private office and found him sleeping in her chair, everyone expected him to be fired, or worse. But what she did next changed both of their lives forever. Right finger if you love emotional, true kindness stories that restore your faith in humanity. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring more stories like this to you. Elena Roth had built her empire on control. Every pen on her desk aligned at a perfect angle, every file labeled with identical spacing, every chair pushed in exactly 3 inches from the table. Her OCD wasn't a secret, it was a fact of life, managed carefully, painfully, and privately. Order wasn't just comfort to her, it was survival. That morning, as she stepped into her top-floor office earlier than usual, she expected the same flawless stillness that greeted her every day. Instead, her breath caught. Someone was sitting in her chair. No, sleeping in it. Slouched, exhausted, shoes worn thin, hands rough with chemical burns from cleaning supplies. The man jolted awake the moment he sensed movement. His eyes widened in terror as he scrambled to stand, knocking the chair slightly off alignment. Elena froze. Her chest tightened, her mind screamed. The chair was wrong. The air was wrong. Everything was wrong. Security would be here in seconds if she pressed the button. The man stammered apologies, words tumbling over each other. His name was Daniel. He was the night cleaner. A single dad. He hadn't meant to sit. He'd just needed 1 minute. Just one. Elena's instincts told her to restore order immediately. Fire him. Remove the disruption. But something stopped her. The man didn't look lazy. He looked broken. His shoulders sagged with a weight far heavier than exhaustion. He explained, voice shaking, that his 6-year-old daughter had been sick all night. Hospital bills. Double shifts. No sleep. Elena listened, fighting her own internal chaos. No one ever disrupted her space and lived to tell the story. Yet here he was, standing in front of her, terrified, human. She noticed his trembling hands, the dark circles under his eyes, the way he kept apologizing as if saying it enough times could erase his existence. Elena surprised herself by sitting down, on the couch, not the chair. She told him to breathe. She didn't fire him. She didn't call security. Instead, she asked one question that no employer had ever asked him before. When was the last time someone helped you? Daniel couldn't answer. Tears filled his eyes. In that moment, Elena felt something unfamiliar, discomfort mixed with compassion. She dismissed him for the day with pay, telling him to go home and rest. As he left, confused and grateful, Elena stared at her chair. It was slightly out of place. For the first time, she didn't fix it right away. Daniel thought it was a dream. Paid leave, from a billionaire who could barely tolerate fingerprints. He spent the day with his daughter, Lily, holding her small hand as she slept peacefully, her fever finally gone. For the first time in months, Daniel felt hope. Meanwhile, Elena couldn't focus. Her routines felt hollow. The chair haunted her, not because it was moved, but because someone else's exhaustion had touched her perfect world. She ordered a background check on Daniel, not to punish him, but to understand him. What she found shocked her. A widower. No criminal record. 2 jobs. Medical debt crushing him. A man doing everything right and still drowning. Elena recognized that feeling. Different circumstances, same suffocation. She had wealth but no freedom, from her mind, her rituals, her isolation. The next night, she stayed late. When Daniel returned to work, he expected silence. Instead, Elena was waiting. She invited him to sit, this time with permission. He refused the chair, standing nervously. She smiled faintly and said something radical, sit. Please. He did. She told him about her OCD, about how control had cost her relationships, joy, rest. Daniel listened without judgment. He didn't try to fix her. He just listened. Something inside Elena softened. She made him an offer, but not the kind he expected. She offered to pay off his medical debt. Flexible hours. Counseling support. And then she went further. She told him she was creating a new program within her company, one that gave struggling employees real second chances. Daniel would lead it. He was stunned. He wasn't educated. He wasn't polished. Elena said, "You understand exhaustion. You understand dignity. That's freedom." Daniel tried to refuse. Pride. Fear. She stopped him gently. "Let me do this. For both of us." That night, Elena slept for the first time without aligning every object. And Daniel went home knowing his daughter's future had just changed. Months passed. Daniel transformed, not into a suit-wearing executive, but into a leader with empathy. The program he ran helped dozens of employees with childcare, health crises, and second chances. Productivity soared, but more importantly, people felt seen. Elena watched from a distance, learning. She began therapy consistently. She allowed imperfection into her spaces, small steps. A pen slightly crooked, a chair left untouched. Freedom, she realized, wasn't about control. It was about trust. One evening, she invited Daniel and Lily to her office. Lily climbed into the famous chair and giggled. Elena tensed, then laughed, a real laugh. Daniel saw it and understood the full circle of the moment. Elena confessed that helping him had helped her more than any therapy ever had. "I thought I was giving you freedom," she said softly. "But you gave it to me." Daniel shook his head. "You just opened the door. I walked through." Years later, the story would be told in business magazines, but they'd get it wrong. They'd say the billionaire saved a poor cleaner. The truth was simpler and deeper. Two broken people met at the exact moment they needed each other. And kindness rewrote both their lives. Right finger if this story moved you. Please like the video and subscribe to True Kindness Tales. Every like helps us share more real stories of hope, compassion, and second chances. Thank you for being part of our community.